Hello, folks, it's me. I'm Biggy and I'm back. And this is Let's Play Songs of Conquest. Well, Songs of Conquest is a really amazing game that just released in early access on Steam. It still has a couple of bugs here and there, but what this game is a game that's heavily inspired by one of my favorites, Heroes of Might and Magic. So, just to get things started, we're just gonna go start on the campaign. I've played the game for a little bit, for a few days, and then just for you guys, I reset all the tutorials, and my campaign progress, which is fine. I didn't. There's only 4 campaigns. There's only 2 campaigns available, which is the Song of the Stout Heart and From the Ashes. Yep. So each of these have 4 missions to do, and I'll be going through all 8 of these if I can. I'm not the best player of this kinds of games, and there might be a lot of resets and redos and stuff, and but I've done enough of this campaign to just give you a nice little thorough guide here. But yeah, this is the first mission of the Song of the Stout Heart campaign. I think it's a faction called the Arleon, which is mostly human. So that's this is a time for uh, ex- let's just experience this whole thing again together, shall we? Right, let's get started. You can see by the art style, it's gone for like a pixelated art, which I love. But let's talk about the lost shipments then. Celia Stoutheart, the new Baroness of the Barony of Stoutheart, was on her way to the quarries of Flint Hills. All shipments of stone from this region had stopped, and she was determined to find out why. She expected an uprising of bandits and peasants and oh, an uprising of bandits and peasants, and had already sent troops to the region to restore order. You should have put some Oxford commas there. Oxford commas. Right, we have an objective to travel to Flint Hills, and I've got my everything kind of set up here. I'm not sure if... Okay, there we go. We're talking about movement. You can click the right mouse button to set a destination for your wielder. Yep, wielders are their equivalent of heroes now. And you could right-click the same destination again to confirm the move. As a wielder, you could also interact with locations using the right mouse button, whereas the left mouse button is used for selection and inspecting. Movement indicator shows how many movement points you have. You could also press Q to move to the destination. That's useful to know for accessibility. When your wielder has no more movements, you might want to end turn. Press the end turn button on the bottom right corner. But if you didn't know, you could also end turn by pressing enter or pressing E. Yeah, so let's have a look here. So let's go with my first nitpick. Having to move with the right mouse button is a little bit hard if I'm just using one hand. The trackpad, instead of if I tap with a single finger, is going to be always left click, and I can't always guarantee clicking on the right click button like so down here, and having to do it twice is a little bit tough. Well, that's the first thing. I could also double tap with 2 fingers to simulate the right click. That also works. This works with everywhere on the trackpad. Yep, as you can see here, this gallows gave us a little bit of XP, and this little milestone gives us more movement for just the single turn. And if you wanted to know whether if you could go anywhere, you could press and hold the alternate key. I'm turning sticky keys on, so it's gonna hold the alternate key for me. I could tap alternate again to be able to move my characters. Yep, it also shows the movement radius. But I'm gonna take the alternate out because I don't want to accidentally press alternate enter and go full screen. Let's have a good look at this dead commander here. The dead commander wore stout heart colors, a distinctive sign of the Corvus reserves. stolen ore is one thing, but an uprising against Stoutheart troops? That was more serious. Okay, very good. We're out of movement. So if we wanted to click on here, yep, nothing happens. All right, we're just going to press enter to end turn. E also ends turn, like I said. I'm pressing Q. We'll move our characters forward. We have an option of either going with gold or the dagger. I think I will go with the dagger because we'll get plenty of gold elsewhere. You get an artifact, you can equip this artifact in anywhere. Yep, so if I look at the character sheet with the C button, it gives you an overview. Look at all these other things. We'll talk about skills and attributes a little bit. Yeah, so basically these are the details. This gives you the offense and defense and movement and the view radius, plus the specialization of what our character does. Well, our character actually has an affinity to order, meaning she gets one charge of order magic every turn. He also has melee offense, ranged offense, melee resistance, and more defense thanks to her level 1 guard. Yeah. But as you can see, this added the offense to our troops. So that's going to be real good. This can go either in the left or the right hand as well. So yeah, that being said, let's just continue. And it's always a good idea to go on the roads. I'm just going to use the right mouse, the accessibility controller here to move. It's just going to be a little bit easier. In turn here. Let's go to the milestone. Oh, there's an event. Some wounded soldiers appeared from the forest and snapped to attention. This was Cecilia's Corvus reserves. They had clearly seen combat recently. Hail, Baroness. The Corvus reserves await your command. Lieutenant, you've seen some combat. What's the situation and the status of the mines? Our scouts have detected hostiles about Milady. The gold mine has been seized by the rebels. We also encountered an unexpected well-armed force of Flint Hills to the west. We took heavy casualties and were forced to retreat. How well-armed? These aren't peasants with tools and knives. They have crossbows and swords, and bannerless knights ride with them. This is no peasant uprising. Someone thinks me weak, and seeks to take advantage of my father's death to steal more than a few shipments of ore. We must uphold the laws and show them the error of their ways. Gather the troops, we march for Flint Hills. Alright, and there's troops who wants to join. Let's just click mass move and press done. And just go here, right click, increase movement. And we've got a new objective, which is taking back the gold mine, which is going to be important for this quest because we're going to need some gold. Just for the one bit of area that the gold can spend. Same here, we could get rangers or gold. At this point, it's more important for us to get troops, I think, because we don't have anywhere to spend that gold yet. And if I click on the alternate key again, we're just out of range of combat. And let's see here. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. It is something that's actually quite important that you might not understand why at this moment. But I'm going to split up my troops. And to do that, this is my second nitpick. You actually have to click and hold to split up the troops. And for that to happen in using just a touchpad is that I have to double click it, double tap it, and then hold and click, which is not the easiest motion. You can split the difference equally here, which is fine. And that's probably what I'm gonna do. And the reason being, actually, I think I'll split things up like this, maybe. Yep, okay. And then I'll just end turn here. And I'll explain why I've split the troops up this way. in battle. Oops, I accidentally added another turn. Stand down. This mine belongs to the barony of Stoutheart. It belongs to me.
We'll do no such thing. You'd be wise to go back to the castle and prepare for a storm. There's one coming, I gather.
The only storm here is me. Prepare yourselves. Right, so we have troop deployment. So on deployment, you can rearrange your troops before entering battle. You can also place troops on tiles with your team color, and tiles that are elevated, which is the high ground, gives bonuses to offense and defense to both melee and ranged units. Ranged troops can target any enemy within their range, and within their deadly range, they will double the damage. There's no line of sight, so the only limit is how far the weapons reach. So yeah, you have to be careful with the whole line of sight thing. There's increased range by moving to high ground. That's also very cool. And troop in the right corner, you can see the enemy troops if you have enough scouting. Yeah, scouting is also a really important skill to learn. Yep. Engage the enemy when they realize the opponent army is too powerful. Then you can withdraw with no penalty. If your enemy engages you, you can't withdraw. Quick battle option will also resolve the battle and present the outcome to you. So if you're lazy with tactics, you can just click auto resolve. Or maybe if it's just a if you know it's going to be a clean sweep. Anyways, the result is either victory or defeat, and you also take their artifacts if you defeat an enemy enemy wielder. Yep. If you defeat it, you lose your troops, and dead guys could be revived as well. So okay, this is the easy threat level, meaning it's not a complete wipeout. If we play it like this. I'm gonna move my troops up here, and I think if I can calculate this correctly, then that's going to be just enough for me to single shot one of the enemy troops at the start. Right, so here's the basics of battle. A lot of this is going to be tutorial stuff, so you have to bear with me for a moment. But yeah, within the battle, your goal is to kill the enemy units, the wielder, or the enemy wielder is not present on the battlefield. So not Heroes of Might and Magic 4 rules, but 3 or 5. We have a spellcaster behind the lines. This is why it's important. Order of battle follows the battle queue, which is based on each troop's initiative. You can only control a troop in the battle turn. Use the mouse to move any target troops. Hover the enemy troop through the cursor, provide an active preview. Use the left click on any troop and it will give you full display on the troop information. And when a troop gets a turn, the wielder will gain the essence for spellcasting, meaning that your wielder will also generate essence if it might have gained from artifacts and stuff. And the spell button will indicate the spells will be available and I can cast them. And the quick bar will default auto-populate the top available spells for easy access to battle. So basically, the more troops you have, the more magic you get. The more stacks of troops you have, the more spells you can cast. So in this case, Cecilia or any other hero is going to contribute to the battle by spellcasting. Always important to fill your command line with as many troops as possible. It could be just like one-offs as well, but I specifically picked this because I'll explain a little bit later why I chose this formation. But yeah, there's obstacles like stakes, barrels. It can be clear by damaging, and high ground gives offense and defense both to. Let me just see. Okay, my webcam just disconnected for a little bit. But that's fine. So high ground offers offense and defense. Yep, like we talked about that earlier. And most troops have attack opportunity. This is important. What this means is that if you move in range and you want to move out of range, the other opponent gets a free attack. Yeah. Okay. So let's have a look here. We'll hover over these enemies. You can see that we're in range of this little dude here. We're also in range of... We're not in range of these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press E. Well, let me just click this through. This is a 5er. 1, 2. Movement is 2. And he could go 1, 2. He's probably going to try to target my archer then. So I'm going to leave this guy as is and press E. So as you can see, I've gained essence. And each battle turn, your troops gives you a wielder essence to be used for spell casting, depending on what type of troop it is. This guy, despite him not being very useful in battle right now, gives 2 order essences per turn. So by splitting these guys up into 2 separate stacks, it's giving me a total of 4 order instead of just the 2 order. And they can be used to cast spells like Protection that gives friendly troops defense. I'm going to use this turn though to cast Quicken. Quicken raises initiative to a troop, which is my archer. If you look down here, my archer is actually going last, but if I cast the initiative spell, it's going to move to become faster than all these other guys. So it's going to get a shot in first. I'm going to press E here and to gain 2 momentum, and this should just one-shot you. Very good. Yep. As expected, we're going to cast initiative again on you. And we'll probably want to move you, keep you in place. Or should I move you forward? I think we'll move you forward. And the reason being is that these guys actually uses up 1 shot and requires a reload. Oops. That's what it's meant about double and triple clicking. Right. And now, with increased initiative, we could actually target you. Oh, come on. The zone of control. If you moved out through the enemy area of attack, this is so we get a free melee attack. So now this could actually probably kill you, but I'm gonna be safe and I'm gonna cast Protection just in case you don't die here. And I'm gonna do the same. Next up, oh, he's reloading, that's fine. And yeah, that was perfect. There was a perfect battle there. No losses. So that's what you need to consider. So let's have a look at what Cecilia Stoutheart has to offer. So we could level up a wielder, using skills and powers. You could upgrade skills, learn a new skill, or adding more slots in the army. Guess which one I'm going with. Yep. Depends on the class of your wielder. Spellcasters will be offered essence-related skills. Other ones will be offered battle ones. And each 8 levels, you get a really strong ability, basically. Also, you could postpone the level up until you need it. All right, so we have a couple of things. We've got Guard, which improves our melee and resistance. This is improving our ranged resistance, so we conserve more troops. But I'm definitely going to take the most important skill here, which is the command skill. And as you can see with the command skill, we've unlocked an additional slot for our troops. Oh well, we're just gonna go as fast as we can here. We visited this, so we can't for this turn. Let's just go. Oh, damn it, I've forgotten to grab this bit of gold here, which is important. And now we could revisit this. By the way, if you didn't know, doing movement mistakes like that is good cause for a reload with the games like this. But we're in a tutorial, so I'm not going to do that. Well, not tutorial, but in the easiest mission, so we don't need to do that quite as necessarily. So Cecilia is no ordinary commander. She was a wielder and could just draw upon the essence of her troops to weave mighty spells. We already saw that. And this will actually grant us 1 order orb in the next battle. There's an old battlefield here, which is a source of power. If I visit it, it's going to give me less offense for increased defense, which I'm not a fan of though. What I do like is all these extra militias. Troops are always important. Out of movement, press Q, or, yep, more militias. You can stack up to 50. So these are the kind of like the backbone of our army here. You can stack up quite a fair bit of them. Yep. And as per usual, guys like what are we saying? This game, archers are king. Ranged attacks are so important. Hundreds of years ago, the Empire of Aurelia banned words of Aurelia and Saul. Okay. Statues of the Empress can still be found spread across the Arleon, and many folks speak dreamingly of the golden years of Aurelia. Okay, so now this gives me 10 initiative and 1 troop movement for 1 battle. So we're gonna be really fast for 1 battle, but let's see if that's gonna affect the outcome or not. Right, so let's move and move. And get the treasure chest. Yeah, and let's look at our setup here. I think let's move troops like this. Or should I split it up like that? No, I have a better way to split the troops. I'm going to do this, click and drag, and yep. Yeah, you see why I'm not a big fan of this. There we go, 15 and 1. I think that should be it. Erected barricades and a small force of armed peasants block the road west.
You best be gone, young Starheart. Flint Hills here are free lands now.
No. Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies. Who will protect the people? You?
Why not? You can see we're quite well armed.
I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you?
One of good intentions. I've seen stout Art Mercy when old Lord Ammon was decapitated by your father. Now turn back.
Brings me no pleasure to turn my sword against my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated, and stout heart will stand. Let me check the footage here that it's correct. Okay, well, we're good. All right. We have an option of going here. So we've got a bunch of militias. Hopefully ours will go first. You will move back all the way here. You will probably move here to protect our ranged militia here. Will I get initiative boost first? I'm just thinking things through. This archer will have a nice long range to attack over here, but most of the enemies will be on this side. Alright, let's go with the manual battle then. I think I'm happy with this. Like I said, I split the troops this way. So this is our essence giver. So let's have a look at our range here. Yeah, this is good. As you can see here, there's 2 circles of range here. One that reaches here and one that reaches here. The circle inside is the deadly range. And we also get our turn before as well. Thanks to, well actually we're good because we're, we got the initiative buff here. I'll enter in with you here. And now we could basically kill this guy. And yeah, let's have a look here on what we could do. We're probably going to want to give defense over here. So we might survive that. Next up, we'll do that. Right, we're in a bit of trouble. Well, kind of, not really. We're gonna move you up here. Let's go here. Clear the obstacle. This guy's still reloading, so we're fine. Okay, we're gonna end turn here. You end the turn here, and you have an extra attack, so that's good. And he's not finished reloading yet, and we're going to add an extra bit of shield, so our little guy here doesn't die. And yeah. Yep. And that guy's gonna have one attack. I'm gonna reduce the damage even further. And you can move a little bit in case you do another attack. And I could have moved him last turn. Okay, so that's another troop down. These are still quite easy to hear, but in games like this, it's ever so important to conserve as much troops as possible. Especially at the moment where you can't wrong button again. In games like this where you can't quite guarantee that you're gonna reach a town. That's what I wanted to say. Reach a town to actually restock on troops. Right, so we'll end the turn again here. And a quick alternate to see if there's any things that we haven't visited. Didn't we visit the shrine again? Thought we did. We could always check our character. We did not. All right. Okay, so we're back here. By the way, this is very, very ill-advised in a main adventure, but I'm gonna try to get this through this as quickly as possible. Right? So we're at Flint Hills. I was also hoping that we could actually double tap Q, but Q can't activate these guys here. F5 also quick saves. And as the Cecilia troops approach Flint Hills, a well-armed force of soldiers wearing their barony's colors come out to meet them. Knights, archers, you're no ordinary bandit force. I've always wanted to kill the wielder. Why is he French? Or she, I'm not sure. You won't be the first upstart knight I've defeated. We've got a few knights, a few archers, and several footmen. I think archers over here. Knights over here. You will move back, like, completely. Very dangerous. The footmen will slowly march up. We'll use you to draw fire, I think. And you could move forward over here. Right, let's go manual. Here's the battle. All right. The most important thing is we need to get our initiative up for our archer. So let's cast that first. And let's see how the knights will do things. We might lose a few troops thanks to the enemy archer, but all right. This knight's gonna move up here. That's the closest it could move. I don't want to move into its deadly range though. So let's just move our dude here. All right, we have arrows. That nice trying to charge us from there. Okay, smart. AI is being smart. He's moving himself out of range. Whenever I move and attack, then it's gonna cause us some damage here. All right. So if I move here, then here, we'll be able to target that archer for 1. But we're gonna be in that archer's deadly range. Yeah. This was a mistake. I should have moved her down. Yeah, this is not going to do enough damage. Let's move back. And we're going to end turn here as well. Alright, we lost an archer. That's fine. But now that archer's in our range, again, we'll go with initiative. Where is this guy coming? Okay. End our turn here. Move you here. And your turn. Right, so let's go ahead and target the knight. Knight's in our deadly range, so that's to try to kill him off. Oh, so close. Losing a lot of archers. Not a fan of that, but let's go ahead and use the rally now. It's going to add defense, offense, ranged offense. And this should kill off this knight. You just end turn here. You can't do much. Yeah, we're not doing very well this time around. And we'll go shields on you. And we could just go. Very good. Losing archers there is not ideal because it's they're the main bulk of our damage. Yep. Could have been a lot better, but also could have been a lot worse. All right. Ooh, we're 30 minutes in already. Let's just get things moving along as quickly as possible. And there comes a crowd of peasants, led by a village elder coming out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. I have defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now, who among you will tell me what happened?
Those knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed other local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and they started sending shipments towards Barkspur, where the patron waits.
And none of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warden? Or to Springhold?
No, my lady, we're feared for our lives. We sent a messenger to Hopesglade to warn them and ask for help, but their messenger never returned.
Remember this moment the next time you're made the offer of independence. I will always protect the barony, from threats within and without. Join my forces, and together we will restore order to this territory.
We'll heed the call to the arms of Stoutheart, as we did your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits here in the peasant pot.
Yep. Just so you know, is this our first clue of that made you probably realize that she's not like a pure soul, so to speak. But that'll show up a little bit later. Like I said, not like super righteous. And okay, we have 50 peasants that we could recruit, and we can't recruit anymore at the moment because we're out of space. So we're with heavy hearts. We have to There we go. So we could buy the rest of these peasants. And unlike the archers, I think I'm gonna split the peasants evenly because I'd like two sources of damage here, like nice strong sources of damage. And oh, we forgot to visit the tavern, don't we? It gives us more movement. Okay. Let's just continue down this path right here. Did we visit anything else? Yep. Come on, right click. Ah, okay. Right, end the turn. Right click further. There's a nice little cairn here. Go ahead and go grab that. Ah, a small band of Cecilia scouts stood wait along the roadside. Lady Stoutheart, Corporal Greenwood. We've come from your warden, Vilha of Thorncliffe. As per your command, your troops are concealed at the forest's edge. Corporal, this is not the forest's edge. These troops are kept within the tender wild. You've made this step with the Fae. The Fae, my lady. Surely the Fae are only a myth, superstitions for the country folk. Did my ancestors sign a covenant with mythological creatures? The law of the leaves still stand, and we must make sacrifices or break the peace. Consider what we must forfeit to the forest, being atoned for your error. I await your judgment. My life is yours. Your death will serve no one. If I remember my history, then there's an offering tree southwest of here. Join up, Corporal. I need all my troops, even the ones who make mistakes. Your loyal servant, Lady Stoutheart. Just a little bit of a nitpick again. They say fays are mythological creatures. And in a moment, we're just going to find another one. Find one, basically. So it's kind of a pet peeve saying it. Fays are mythological creatures we've never seen. Oh, here's one. Yep, as Cecilia examined the strange arch, she noticed that it was almost warm to the touch and vibrated slightly. Ooh. But she studied many strange ruins from the times of Aurelia. Ooh. But never one that seems so alive. Oh, okay. Sorry, pardon me. Sorry, children. Oh no, I'm gonna get demonetized for following a certain uncle. Yep. And this gives us experience. And we could either go with guard. Cunning is also very interesting for an archer build. But I probably want the command build. Or the command to give us more space. And the reason being, as you probably see here, there's more troops for us to recruit down here. More spaces means more ability to recruit troops. Confirm. And I think these are archers. Yep, rangers. And have a look at our army now. So we're going to move you up here. We're going to split you evenly. Well, not that it matters too much. We'll move you here, then split you two evenly. Because you are damage dealers. And now we have a troop full of really strong damage dealers. Like ranged attacks. Yeah, 1 damage, 1 troop movement. Very strong. And like I said, immediately Fae. Alright, if we press E, we've saved our game. Fae spirits, flying creatures of the tender wild, with bat-like wings, long claws, sharp teeth, swooped and buzzed before the offering tree. They wore strange masks and screeched at Cecilia and her troops. Okay, my screeching voice. Humans be gone! Oh, I can't do that anymore. Okay. We wish to leave an offering for our trespass on the forest, as is stated in the ancient covenant between us. Stand aside, little spirit. I will do my duty. No humans. None ever. Spirits, do not trifle with me. I am Stoutheart, and by the agreements, I seek to make amends. If you continue to impede my passage to the offering tree, I'll draw my arms and put you out of your misery. Stoutheart, come on. Cecilia. You are misery. Misery. So be it. I'm going to make I'm gonna make like I'm going to give you money whether if you like it or not, dead or alive, you know. Okay, some weird logic going on here as well. All right, manual battle it is. These little guys will just fly forward willy-nilly. Yes, master. Yes. But they're very fast, as you can see. We're probably... Okay, let me just think this through. You and you are slightly out of range. You guys are in range. So let's go ahead and try to attack one. The one's furthest. Yep. And for you, we'll move you forward. Let's try 1, 2, and you could move forward 1. Yep. And yep. Good. Flawless victory. Thanks for the offerings. We killed a bunch of you guys, so we're just gonna lose some money. Let's go ahead and grab some items here. So this shrine will give us 10 offense, 10 defense, and +2 movement for one battle. Very strong. Got some worn boots. You can see it's auto-equipped here for 1 movement and 1 radius. These things gives us a little bit of defense. You can see, pretty strong so far. I'm not sure how boots gives you more radius. Maybe it's really tall boots and you could see further. I don't know. But the offering tree was the most unusual tree Celia had ever seen. Her friend, Vilha of Thorncliffe, Vilja, I think, because it's not... Yeah, Vilja of Thorncliffe has described them once, but has not done them justice. The branches were smooth and glossy and seemed to be lit from within. The leaves tingled like tiny bells in the breeze, and most uncommon, the tree gave off like an aroma of warmed spiced cider. Oh, now I'm thirsty. Like her mother would give her when she was small. Fae of the forest, for trespassing upon your woods and killing a bunch of your people, we offer compensation. For these spirits slain, I ask forgiveness. Oh, okay, fine. They could not be reasoned with. Let our peace be everlasting. As we confirm here, 1,000 gold. It's going to give you a permanent bonus of 3 offense and defense, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and end turn here. Let's move forward. Grab this thing that has a round shield. This should give us the treasure. This is a source of power. We're out of movement. That's fine. Yep. 5 offense, 5 defense. Yep. We're going to be pretty strong for the next battle. Why is this still... yeah, we've already visited it. That's fine. Let's go talk to these guys, or gals. Guarding the road was a large force of mercenaries, hailing from the merchant state of Baria. Turn back. The road is open for our shipments from Flint's only. I see you're strangers to these lands, but you'd know me as the lawful Baroness Stoutheart. I do not recall a declaration of war from the Barian city-states. Therefore you are thieves and trespassers. What other crimes shall I add to the list? You've committed no crimes. You're honorable mercenaries. You're on contract and merely following orders. I spit on your contract. Sweet. You have my ore. Therefore you are thieves. You'll return it. Tell me who hired you, and maybe I'll ransom you back to your employers. We're not afraid to fight you, Stoutheart. But be warned, our contract states that no one wearing Stoutheart colors is to be spared on the field of battle. Of course, if we turn around now, we could avoid this battle. Never. We should be treated as thieves and trespassers, and my sword will deliver justice for breaking our laws. Then, unfortunately, we must battle. Withdraw. No. Oh, that would be just, nah. You know, that'll be kind of funny. But just kind of. Right, let's move our troops over on this side. I'm not sure if this is gonna be too close. But yeah, go with the manual battle here. I think I prefer some of our archers like over here, here. Yep, let's keep things as far back as possible so we get more attack turns. All right. Let's have a look at the movement of these gals here. They move a total of how many squares? 1, 2, 3 for movement. Yep, they have movement of 3, and they have an extra melee range. So if they move over here, for example, they can not only target here, but also target here. So this is the furthest range that our units could go without getting attacked. Yeah, so if we go here, let me think. If I mark this little spot here with my mind, so this line, okay, before the rock. Let's move you forward. Right, 1, 2, 3. Good. Giving us initiative is nice. You are actually out of range. Let me think this through. I'm gonna move you here. So you're in deadly range. Will you kill off? Yeah. No point waiting another turn. Same here. Just 2 or 3. Keep up here, 2 or 4. That's fine. Now let's cast some initiatives here. Go on the archer, definitely. On this other archer as well. And you will just then turn. Nah, he didn't actually damage us at all. I think casting initiative on the other guy wasn't fast enough. Oh well, we'll have no casualties, which I'm happy about. We're 47 minutes in, oh my gosh. Level 4, guard, melee, nope. It's gonna be command. Command is always the best choice here. Have a look at what other items are available. There's a bunch of buildings we could loot here, I think. Yeah, burnt buildings, dead commander. Oh. Cecilia's troops searched the smoking remains of Hope's Glade looking for survivors. The townsfolk clearly be put up a fight, for that they had suffered. From the rubble, they had to moan and recovered a badly injured militiaman. Lady Starheart, we have held as long as we could. We had to retreat. They were strong. Who did this? Baryons? A troop of Baryon mercenaries marched on towards Barkspur, but it were knights that attacked us. Men of Arlon, setting fire to our homes, taking no surrender. All we could do was flee to the hills north of here. The wounded man tried to speak, then fell limp. His eyes glazed over as the last sliver of strength left his body. His essence is in the wind. A stout heart still stands. Come, there are survivors here yet. Let's search the hills before we journey south to Barkspur. It's time to put an end to this. Alright, press alternate. What's wrong here? Oh, we're out of movement. Press alt. Go to sign. Current building revisited. Loot cart. Loot. Loot. It's loot. Money, money, money. We've got ourselves a pair of gloves. Very nice. Right. We've got ourselves a cozy tavern. As they reach the top of the hill, They found a sturdy tavern at the soot-covered, injured, and scarred survivors of Hope's Glade. From amongst them, a minstrel stood and greeted Cecilia. Oh no, it's the singing. Hail, do my eyes deceive? Barrenness of stout heart, grant reprieve. If you mean to avenge these foul nights, then brave souls will join your fight. And with your aid, stout heart will stand, returning peace and order to the land. Okay, that was bad, cringiest of the cringe. But anyways, if I know that they were going to sing, I would have prepared something better. But yeah, we're all stacked up troop-wise. Nothing more that we need to do, except for maybe visit some of these shrines again. Yeah, let's make a detour. Visit some of these little shrines. Q, E, Q, E, Q. Oh wait. Grab you. Grab you. Oh, here. Grab this. Good. So now we're all set up. If I was a little bit more diligent, I could run back and grab some more troops as well. But we're good here, I think. Like, I could go back and grab a whole other stack of militia. Because we do have enough gold for that. But I don't think it's necessary. Because this episode's long enough already. Gazing across the lake, Cecilia saw the settlement of Larkspur, clearly occupied by another force of barbarian mercenaries, this one led by a wielder. She realized that ready her soldiers for the final battle to retake the region. Okay. Time to defeat the wielder. And as a bonus, actually what you could do instead of fighting the wielder is that you could run backwards and gather some troops, gather all these extra things. Yeah, but we're good. Right, let's see here. So they've got pipers, musketeers, and pikeneers. So let's see. Pipers are their only ranged unit. I'm gonna move you here. You archers stick on the high ground, definitely. Whereas you guys stay around here. You could you're actually quite useful in battle. But let's go manual here. This is gonna be the first time we're getting chaos essences. So we might see some new spells. Let's go for a manual battle. So these guys are gonna run and sing. Run and sing. Okay. We could usually we could use the Fear No Foe to give 5 defense to all friendly allies, which is a strong play. But that would also move us in range of all these ranged dudes. But I'm not willing to give up 12 damage here. Killing 12 people, yeah. This is the final quest of this anyways. So probably want to do a little slap on you. Very good. Yep, I'm misplaying severely. Yeah, I'm actually strapped for time as well. That's probably why I'm doing this. Let's go with close range. Same here. We'll target you. You. If we were a little bit more patient, we would have had a little bit less losses. But this is the final battle of this particular mission, so I'm not gonna nitpick. Yep. So, lost a couple of our troubadours and our knights. After the battle, a beaten Niemander Breeze is brought before Cecilia. Wielder, we appreciate your honor and beg that we may negotiate a surrender. I am Niemander Breeze of the Quartz Battalion, and I'm a stranger to these parts. I concede the field and will withdraw my forces. You're indeed a stranger, Barian, or you would know by my colors that I am Cecilia Stoutheart. Was it your weapons that armed the bandits who caused their uprising in my mines? There was a misunderstanding, my lady. We were led to believe our employers that had a lawful claim on these lands. When we realized our betrayal, we had already signed the contract. By the mercenary code, we could not withdraw our services. Now, reveal to me your employer and their plans. If I am satisfied with your answer, I will spare you. But even every Barian of your company must leave my lands immediately. It was Lady Hammond of the Hydas. The Topaz Battalion is sent to recover Ashbourne. We're grateful for your mercy, Lady Starheart. May this deal bring good fortune to each party. That information is adequate. I will spare your life and instead send you to prison in Castle Everkeep. There, you may contemplate the honor might be worth more than gold. Corporal, this is your chance to redeem yourself for your error in the Tenderwild. Take 2 squads and transport Captain Niemander Breeze to Everkeep until we can arrange for his ransom. You can depend on us, Lady Stoutheart. And that was the first campaign. Took us just a little bit over, almost an hour actually. But yeah, if you enjoyed the game so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this game. Also, you can click on the little bell notification icon to get notified for when I am uploading new stuff. And otherwise, you could also join the membership program. That program is pretty good. You're supporting me financially. You get some nice perks like watching videos early, among other things. That being said, thanks for watching. I'm Biggy. I'll be back next time with more Songs of Conquest. Bye for now.